want you to, this is your Christmas presents. You keep this, okay? We'll shut it off so you can listen to it. Now, I want you to look over here, Fernando. When you were in the coma, and your girlfriend brought the tape for you to listen to, could you hear me talking to you while you were unconscious? What were some of the things that I would say?
We talked about Red Star.
Come in closer. Come in closer so the voice would be picked up. His voice is
He's
weak.
still got the real sore throat.
Okay. Now, when you were listening to the tape, did you have earphones on like this?
I had a cassette player.
You had a cassette player, and it was just coming through the speaker? Okay. What were the things that you would hear me saying while you were in a coma?
Similar to what this tape was just saying, hypnosis, right on operating tape.
And I was telling you that you can wake up and you can hear me and you were going to be
You can
okay.
control yourself.
And the Lord was going to heal you. And He was with you, wasn't He? He had to be with you because look at what you've been through. And you learned your lesson as far as drinking and driving.
Yeah, well, I wasn't driving.
You weren't driving?
They say that he only had a couple beers and the other guy was over intoxicated, that his was way over, that he
Oh, I
must
see.
have been drinking all day.
Would you come here for a minute? No, it's very important because,
Okay.
here, just,
I ain't gonna be on TV.
no, here.
No.
We're not gonna, I want this for my records.
Okay.
Now, what did the doctor tell you when he had brain surgery?
He told me that there was a big chance that he probably would not wake up out of his coma. And he said if he did,
He said he may never wake up from the coma.
yeah,
And if he did, what?
it would be maybe 2 weeks, months, years. And
What is 2 weeks?
no, 2 days. 2 days after his surgery, he woke up out of the coma,
2 days after the surgery, you woke up.
and everybody
So-
was surprised.
Well, you know, you heard me on television say this about comas, didn't you?
Yeah, that's why I, got a hold of you, because I knew that you could help him. I knew.
But of course, the doctors did a good job on you,
Yeah.
and they've probably never seen anyone have brain surgery wake up in 2 days.
They
But
said
that's
that
because, how many times did you play the tape?
over and
Like that.
we played it over and over again. I just kept, like you told me to play.
How many
it
times
again.
did you play it before you woke up?
Maybe 10 times. It didn't take very long. That's what was so surprising. And the doctors say that he's healing faster than what most people do that have a serious
Well, I had a
head
guy
injury
that his
like
leg
that.
was ripped off, and I made him a tape, visualizing the leg grafting, and he's running and jogging today. And I went in the hospital like this with Cindy, and we taped it, and this was 6 years ago. And he's running and jogging. 3 times they want to cut his leg. And I kept saying you were going to heal faster. The leg was going to take, and the graft would take. But you see, would you come in here next to me? Now this is what, Cindy, come in a little closer. I want you to tell me what the doctors told you, and like you're not even on camera. You're saying to me, first, from time to time, get a picture of him while she's talking, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the doctors told you he may never wake up.
Yeah.
Now tell me the story.
They told us that he had a 50-50 chance. He could either die or he could make it.
Yeah, they use a shock
said-
treatment on me.
Yeah, and surgery they had to do.
In other words, his heart
something.
stopped and they had to bring him back to life.
Yeah, they had to bring him back to life.
Okay, so he was in a coma and they operated on his brain.
Yeah, they did bring him.
And they said that he may be 2 months or a month before he wakes up.
They said it could be 2 weeks, months to years, or he could just lay there like that forever.
And then when he woke up, he might not even know, be coherent.
They said that he probably wouldn't know anybody, that he wouldn't know how to comb his hair or walk, which he can, and
They got me doing balance deals right now, walking backwards.
But the tape I made you, I told you that you knew what was going on, you could use your mind, and you can wake up, and these words go, and you played it 10 times. Now, how many times you played the tape? 10 times. And the doctors are baffled, aren't they?
they are. They're surprised. They just didn't believe that he woke up so quick. 2 days. They said it would They were pretty sure maybe 2 weeks, but they weren't sure, but they were very surprised that he woke up in 2 days.
2 days after brain surgery, that's
Yeah.
something else.
And he was
And
in
plus,
the
his
same
mind's
place.
together. Shake my hand.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's got a good grip, too. Man, he's got a good grip. Now, the point is this, you played the tape like just 10 times.
Yeah, until, he woke up and then he would play it himself.
Oh, then he played it himself. Now, what's the doctor's name he had?
It's Dr. Brown and Dr. Fidel.
Dr. Friedel and Dr. Brown. And what's Dr. Brown's first name?
I don't know, I'm not sure, I just know him by Mr. Brown.
Uh-huh. Would they put in writing that would you ask them to, that you woke up after 2 days after the surgery and you've listened to this cassette tape about 10 times before it happened? Because it could be a breakthrough, and all hospitals in the country might start using these techniques with people in comas.
And helping people out.
Yeah, I mean, the doctors did a good job, but still, if you didn't have the voice talking to them, because you know, when you're in a coma, you know what's going on, don't you? You're laying there and you can hear people talking, right? And if they say that, hey, this guy may die, and you hear that, they could kill you with a word.
That's what my aunt told me, because I said, he looks pretty bad, don't he? And she took me aside and she said, don't say stuff like that. She said, always encourage him.
Yeah, but a lot of nurses will make statements.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
that guy may not pull it, the doctor might say, oh, well, this guy might do. And they don't know they're doing this, but it's going into the mind. Let's see how you put this on. Okay, let me see this here.
My eye.
Okay.
Your makeup didn't get smeared.
It was just tearing.
This tape did save me from a lot of serious problems.
What were-
More like brainwashed me, you know.
Help.
They woke your brain up.
Yeah.
Now, could you hear me talking to you when you were in a coma?
That I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember being in a coma at all.
You don't remember being in a coma? But the Lord was with you.
Yes, and I remember the red star. I remember you talking about people laying in streets.
Folks, you talk about miracles? Here's a miracle. Here's a young man, 17 years old in this photograph. He was in a car wreck. He was in a coma for 3 weeks. They told the family if he did wake up, he would never be normal. And I gave a cassette player and a special cassette tape that I made to his girlfriend, who brought it to the hospital, and she played it a few times and he woke up. And you can see in the photograph, he's got the player in his hand, he's got the ear set on his ears, and he wouldn't even let the doctors take the headset off of him. And I went up to the hospital and I shot a little movie. I want to show you that movie right now, going back 20 years. But something better than this photograph, this is the first time I've seen him, Fernando, in 20 years, and he's here in my office right now. Fernando, I'll tell you, man, they said you'd never be normal, and you're the father of 6 children, right?
That's correct.
And you got this gorgeous wife here,
Yes, I do.
and you're a bulldozer or a backhoe. What do you
I'm an
do?
excavator. I bobcat. I make swimming pools. I dig swimming pools and drive dump trucks. And I do a lot of hard work. I'm a carpenter. I don't read a whole lot, but I'm busy with my dog and my animals.
Do you remember? You were in a car wreck, right?
I was in a car wreck, yes, and I remember your tapes, the stars and the wind, and you telling me to wake up, and just I don't know what else to say about it. You know, just
It was a miracle.
that was a miracle, and here I am today, is living proof.
And you knew your sister, your mother, you knew everybody when they came to the hospital and they said you wouldn't even be normal.
That's correct. And I remember one episode of, I was remembering my cousin, and she's death, my cousin Moni. And I couldn't speak because they had all these things in my mouth and tubes, and I was doing sign language. So I knew a lot more than I expected to know, you know. I was able
Tell me,
to be aware. I was aware of everything.
now, when you were in a coma for, was it 3 weeks?
It was 3 weeks.
Okay. And I made this special tape telling you to wake up, and I said a little prayer for you and so forth, and God was there in your corner. Did you have any kind of a feeling from the Lord above? Did any light or anything come to you?
I can't answer that. I don't know how to answer that. I just know that I'm here now, and I know I did some good because I do remember your tapes. I remember the stars and what you were talking about a little bit on the tapes. But as far as God goes, He's got to have a big part of it, you know, because here I am, and He sent you to me, and appreciate that.
It was my pleasure. It really was. You know, when your girlfriend at the time came here, and she said, "Can you help my boyfriend?" I just handed her a tape player and I says, "Take it." And we sat right here and made a little cassette tape for you, and she took it up there, and then she called me up. He's up, he knows everybody. So I went up to St. Luke's, brought my little movie camera. We didn't even have videos at that time. And went up and shot a picture of you. The picture is right here. That's him when he's 17 years old. Here he is 20 years later. And I'll tell you something. They said you wouldn't be normal, but you made 6 children.
I made 6 children, of course I did. 6 children, and I'm a grandfather too.
And you're a grandfather. Praise the Lord for that. We've got to give God the credit because God's gifted me with a gift. What do you think of this situation? Take the camera, the mic.
They told me when I met him that he was a miracle, and they told me that it was the tape, that they had brought the tapes, and that was a big part of his recovery. And then I got a call from you out of the clear blue sky one day to tell me again what a miracle he was. But
You know how that happened? I found the picture.
and he's
And I said,
he
I
is
wonder
a
what
wonderful
happened to this
man.
guy. I
And
wonder what
I
happened
thank
to
you
this-
greatly in God for bringing him to us.
Yeah. Would you stand a minute with me? Just put it on me first. Ready?
Yep.
Do you believe in miracles? Here's a young man, 17 years old, in a car wreck. 3 weeks he was in a coma. We sent up a cassette player. I made a special recording for him. They put it on him, and the miracle happened. After 6 times listening to the recording, he woke up and knew his mother, his sister, he knew everybody. The doctor said if he did wake up, he probably wouldn't know anybody, he'd probably be a vegetable. He went out, he's operating a backhoe or bobcat now, and he's a father of 6 kids and a grandfather, and 20 years later, he's right here in my office right now. Fernando, it's real pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me, and I'm just really glad you came into my life. And I'm sure you had a really big part of it.
Well, God had the bigger part. Now, how many children do you have?
I have 6.
6. And how many grandkids? 1?
2.
2 grandkids. How do you pronounce your last name?
Mungia. Mungia. Mungia.
Well, we have a center that we started for the Hispanic people. It's on 44th Street in Clarendon, and we're offering free sessions to the Hispanic people. And here's a phone number where you can call if you'd like to get a session in our center that we opened up for the Hispanics. They have the highest rate of diabetes. There's nobody out there to help them, but I'm here, and God's inspired me to help them. So call if you'd like a session. If you want to come to my office at 4440 East Indian School Road, the phone number to call is 602-957-4669. 957-4669 for a free session and a consultation.